Hey guys, welcome to the another video of Fun with Python. So in this video we will perform some basic operations or tasks in order to complete the questions which is commented above. So let's get going. So first question is please import the random and string libraries. So we are going to import random and import string as a libraries in order to perform some basic task or basic string operations. Random is for the random generated integers and string for some basic string operations. So I'm going to run this program. So yeah, it works fine. Let's move to the another question. It says connect your Colab to a Google Drive. So I already wrote a code below for connection purpose. From google.colab import drive, and you just have to give a path over here for your drive, and my drive is already mounted, so I don't need to create it again. Let's move ahead to the first question. It says we need to open a file that save our score in it called score.txt. so basically we are creating one file called score.txt. Then we will check if score.txt contains anything or not. If it contains anything, then it will print this message. If it does not contain anything, then it will print this I'm happy to see you again message. And also we have to check some possible errors in it for exception handling. So for this purpose I use this try and except block for the exception handling purpose. So in try block I'm opening this file called score.txt as f. Then I stored it in one of the variable called score, and I'm going to read this file as f.readlines. Then I'm going to print this score. After that I'm going to check if it contains anything or not. For that purpose I use file.st size in order to check the size of file. If it is equal to 0, that means it does not contain anything, so it will print welcome to your math game, or else it will print this message. For the exception handling, if file is not found, it will print this message, and also it will create one for us. For OS error it will print this message, and for any other expected error it will print this. So let's run this. I already run several times, so it says 444. Now we have to define a global max score variable, so I use this max score equal to 0 as a global variable. After that, moving ahead to the next question, it says define a function called my math test that has following parts, like generate two random numbers or two random integers between 1 and 10. Then we have to perform some basic operations such as addition, multiplication and subtraction between that particular operators. So like that, if it generates addition, then it will print c equal to 3 plus 5 or 3 multiply 5. It depends on the random generate operators. So to generate that, so first of all I define this function, then I use this max score as a global variable in it. After that I generated two random integers a and b. For that I use random.randint, and I use this function random integers between 1 and 10, starting from 1 and ending at 10. After that I use this operators as a dictionary, and I add operator.add, operator.sub and operator.multiply in order to perform some basic tasks such as addition, subtraction and multiplication. And for that I already imported its library import operator in the first question. Then I'm going to ask a user for his or her input, and I'm going to check if its answer is match with our answer. Then it will print this congratulations message, and also it will add 1 to the max score. If its answer is incorrect, then it will minus 1 score from its max score. So after that I'm going to call this as a function. So let's see. So it is asking user for its input. 9 plus 2 it's 10. So the correct answer is 11. Let's try another question. It says, so our program is works fine. Let's try another question. 9 plus 3 equal to 12. Okay, congratulations, you are pro. So our both conditions are working very well. Let's move ahead to the next question. It is the same question, but now we have to use an infinite loop, and till user enters y to continue or any other character to exit. It is an infinite loop. So let's run this. So I use this while true condition in order to perform the infinite loop. Then I'm calling this math function. After that I ask user for his or her input. If user enters y to continue the loop or any other character to exit the loop. So I use this continue statement in order to continue this infinite loop or to break this infinite loop. After breaking this loop, it says thank you for the playing, and it will display your max score. So let's see. It says what will the result of 4 plus 2 plus 2 is. So it says 4. Congratulations, you are pro. And do you want to continue? For y, it will continue the loop, and for capital Y it will also continue the loop, because I use this string dot lower operation in order to perform this task. 1 plus 2 equal to 3, and by writing any other character it will quickly exit the loop. So it says your score is 3, so it's correct. 1, 2 and 3 over here, so we got a correct answer. At the last we have to open a file, this code.txt, and I'm going to append this text as a file, and in order to convert a max score in it, I use this string max score operation. So yeah, there we go. So we have successfully stored the max score in a file, so we don't need to store it again. So our first program is works completely fine, and now we are moving to the second question. It says math game explanation. Let's review its questions. So first is print the welcome to the quadratic equation game. So I already printed it. I use this operations as a print. Let's print one more thing. It says ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then I'm going to ask user for his or her input for a, b and c. So I try to use int as an input. Let's say 4, and for b let's take 10, and for c let's take any variable like -3. So it's stored. Now we are going to show his quadratic equation. So it says 4x square plus 10x minus 3 as an equation. Now we are going to define a function which says discriminant, and it will calculate b square minus 4ac. So I define discriminant as a function, and I pass a, b and c as a parameters. After that I'm going to calculate b square minus 4ac and store it in one of the variable which says answer, and I'm going to return answer, and let's see if it's gonna work or not. So yeah, it works perfectly fine. It says 148 as an answer, which is good. Let's move ahead to the next task, which says if the discriminant is positive, then we got two real solutions, which are x1 and x2. If it's 0, then it says one real solution, which is x1. And if it's negative, then we don't need to show them the real solutions, we just show them the message which says discriminant is negative and we got complex solutions. So for that we need to import the math library. That's why I imported at the first sentence called import cmath, which is over here. So we don't need to import it again or run it again. So yeah, let's define that function. So I use the equation roots as a function and a, b and c as a parameters. Then I'm going to calculate the discriminant. So I don't need to calculate it again. I'm going to use the same function as is, and I'm going to store it in one of the variable. Then I'm going to calculate the square root variable or square root value. So for that I'm using this cmath dot square root as a function. It is an inbuilt function, so you also can use it. Then after I'm going to check if discriminant is positive, negative or 0. If it's positive, then it's gonna be two solutions, minus b plus or minus root d divided by 2a. For root d I use the square root value, which I declare in the above statement, and I'm going to return this as a print statement or return statement. The same I did with 0, but it has only one solution, which has solution 3. And for negative, I'm not going to create any solution for that, just a print message. So let's run this. It says the value is positive and we got two real solution. Perfect. At the end, I'm going to store it in quadquid.txt as a file, and I try to convert it to the string because we are not storing it in one of the text file as an integer, or it will not allow us. So basically I try to convert it to the string, and I'm using it to store in one of the quadratic equation as a variable, and I try to use the write lines in order to write to a file. Then for the quadratic solutions or quadratic equation solutions, I use this str and I convert it to the string to put in one of the variable. Then I use the write function in order to perform this task. So let's run this. So there we go, it works perfectly fine. It says your quadratic equation is this, and you got this as a positive and two real solutions. So first, this one is first, and this is the second one. So it works perfectly fine. So we are done with our all the task. And if you think you have any other solutions other than this, you can comment it below. Thank you.